Jeff Mamora, and Jeff is, as I put under in the description, it's pre-recorded. That's why I put it there. Is a healer, a master healer, with very very special abilities, and I cannot believe I've never encountered him except for through Lexi Eisenhower. And I really, really am blown away because I know you helped me at moments that I thought I couldn't do it anymore. And many others have as well, but not the way, like it was instant, like instant. And I didn't even know about it because I only texted you, and before I knew it, everything turned around right then and there. And it happened twice. So I know for a fact how effective it is. And so, with that said, there's one thing I want to say. Thank you, Mark UFO, for your donation, by the way, that I forgot the other day to say. But thank you for that. And yeah, can you talk a bit about yourself? Who are you? Where you from, etc., and how you got into all this?
Blessings. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so my name is Jeff Mamora. I grew up in Indonesia in the city called Bandung. And I came to the United States in 1992 as a dying wish of my mom. My mom was dying of ovarian cancer. So we'll go back to that because the big part of what I teach is sexual transmutation, customized, because then we go back to that. So I came to the United States. I was already a functional addict since I was 10 years old. Lots of abuse with drugs and alcohol. I was even promoting clubs in Hollywood for 15 years and a lot of other events, live events. I worked with insane criminals for over 20 years. So all that accumulation, I was dying in all aspects. So in effort to save myself, I started actually to heal. Started from chronic pain. My liver was done. Actually, what really put me into a different type of spiritual alignment was crystal patches from LifeWave. So this helped me in terms of that alignment. So that's, I've been using crystal patches from LifeWave for over 12 years and helped thousands of people before my spiritual awakening and thousands much more after. This is why I don't really promote this as far as whatever the company does or other people does. I use it actually as a spiritual tool to expedite spiritual enlightenment because that's what it did to me.
Right. We
You
have
know?
a little bit disturbance, and it might have been my fault because I've been messing with the volume because your volume was a bit low. So you might want to go out and come back in. I'm so
Okay,
sorry.
I'm gonna go back, come back in. It should be real quick, okay?
Yeah. So while he's there, gone, yeah, he's amazing. The things that the tools that he uses, but he uses on top of that his own personal skills with that, and that is incredibly um, powerful and incredibly impressive too. He, well, as you can read, he has a lot of experience and he helps veterans. He helps people that really, really need it, first and foremost. And next to that, he travels all over the world to be in places to that really need help. And so I'm going to let me see where I had that. So here I wrote it actually, especially. So he has done a lot of great work all over the world. And yeah, it's incredible what he's done. So he's back in. I'm gonna let him back in. There you are,
All right, I'm
back.
back. Yes, how
Sounds
is it
good.
now? Okay? Okay.
Much better. Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, okay, so can I just continue real quick?
Yes.
Yeah, so basically, after I continue healing myself, detoxing, and nobody was able to actually help me with these because typical MLM and network marketing people, they don't know about healing. But this is one of the most healing tools in multiverse. So I had to learn in terms of the meridians, Chinese medicine, and then maximizing healing, raw materials, what. So I became a master healer by maximizing healing to myself. So my approach is always optimizing and maximizing in all aspects. So, and I started doing tons of miracles. My first miracles were over about 10, 11 years ago, which is just crystal patches and prayers and customized protocols. I prayed and I'm like, I'm going to create this protocol. And the person was in Mexico. He was dying. He was literally getting transfusion once or twice a week. He was waiting for a liver transplant. Within a month, he was fine.
Wow.
And yeah, he gave me the testimonial in Spanish, but I think he said it was magic because he couldn't believe, like, because it was like magical. It's like, I don't know what these are, but I'm reverse it, So, without making any medical claims, I don't know who's going to watch this. I mean, I have countless of cancer patients.
Oh, I've seen loads of testimonials on your Instagram, which I actually shared. I've seen them on Alexi Eisen and on Ricky Leaks as well, and I was incredibly impressed. But then again, I was also not surprised because of what I experienced, and I don't even have the patches and all that. You just did it with remotely,
Yes.
and um, so, do you have like a teacher or did you teach yourself?
Well, I already have some of this energy training, like where I came from, there is this martial art that was trained for us to fight demons. So, as far as basic, how do we draw energy from the earth, from the air? I have some of that, but I just didn't know as a teenager you're going to use it in the future.
Right.
That's that. So, a lot of these are almost already, I've been in martial arts all my life. And,
Oh, wow.
and then as far as discernment, and I've been awake since I was like in fourth grade because we were already because I was brought up Seventh-day Adventist. Where I came from, we were already trained that Pope was the devil, like Vatican was devil.
Right.
So I was in fourth grade, and it didn't come too friendly to my Catholic friends, but that's you know. But
I had
anyhow,
the exact same experience like that because I had two different religions and I went to two different churches. As a child, you're like, wait a minute. So, what's the point of all this? One says this, the other one said that.
yeah,
So, to me, instantly, it didn't make any sense.
yeah, and then when you grew up in Indonesia, majority is Muslim, but I went to
At
Muslim
the time,
school
it
as a
was
child.
Catholic,
Yeah,
lots of
so
Catholic and Hindu.
mm, okay. Yeah, but
Well,
at
my
the end,
grandparents were Catholic. They
uh-huh.
were Catholic, and well, like Bandung, they live there. They live well, I told you about that. So, but they were, interestingly enough, Catholic, and I didn't understand exactly why.
Yeah.
Um, but they were not really practicing it. But then again, does any Catholic? They only go to the church when it's Christmas to do their thousand Hail Marys and then that's it, right? So it's kind of hypocritical. So, but whatever.
Yeah, but so basically, since I was a child, I already have a different level of spiritual discernment, even to adults nowadays. Even when I was already because I've learned all religion, but I was able to take what's good, and because I've been always have a Bruce Lee like mindset since I was a child, like take everything that is usable, discard what is not
Yeah.
usable, and
I
add
grew up
something.
with that. I grew up with Bruce Lee
Yeah,
because I have only brothers and uncles and fathers. I had to watch every single Bruce Lee movie, but then I actually started appreciating him for his quotes and for his
yeah,
wisdom.
yeah.
So basically, with that mindset, I always optimize and maximize. And as far as teacher and how I get to here, I I studied so many different levels of things, but then I surpassed the teacher very quick because of my approach, because of my clinical experience working with insane criminals. I have so much mental work, and I'm a behaviorist, which people don't realize. Mental and emotional work, it is a true spiritual work.
Yes.
So, and then I had a spiritual awakening, and I find out I don't know anyone else. I'm an organic spirit, like Kundalini master, so I have ability to transmit, like,
Right.
or ability to be there. Let's say someone's like, Jeff, I really need you to be here. I feel that I'm there, and they're freaked out. Oh my God, you're here, you know? I'm like,
Yes.
how do you do that? I don't know. I just commit. So a lot of these things is these spiritual abilities that God blessed me with. It's literally willingness and commitment. You cannot
Yes.
fake the funk.
No.
Like when I do exorcism, it's like you're battling a demon. And yes, you could get hurt. I got hurt. I almost died doing this exorcism on my old teacher, which was the highest vibration man calibration from the author of Force versus Strength. Hawkins. So
Well, okay. Oh, I have one question. So then, how do those two live, like, coinc cohabit together in body? Spiritual
sorry, can you repeat that again? You're breaking up.
with nature, know, doing his so internet.
Okay, I could hear you fine now. What were your question?
Okay. Yeah. So my question was like, how does it happen when he's a spiritual teacher? So how do the two co-inhabit like a demon that needs to be exorcised,
Hmm.
including all the spiritual work that he does?
Well, because a lot of these people in high vibration, they have high level demons they don't even know.
Makes sense,
So this
actually.
is this is why I'm the only one that teaching the truth of truth is light, lack of truth is lack of light. So light and high vibration is different. Vibration is your mental state and emotional state. So you could be in the bliss, you could be in the orgasmic state, but you could still have a lot of demons because you never transmuted those demons. You never healed fully of all your unhealed traumas. You never purify your sexual energies. You just get in the high vibration and escape the actual spiritual work that is required for the actual
Or
spiritual
ignore,
evolution.
I would say. Because, well, subconsciously, but it's like, you know, when you do that spiritual work, they kind of, and I can relate a bit to that, is like, they're still there, but you actually think they're not because you do the work. But in reality, they're still there.
Well, here's the thing. If if these demons are strong enough, that would actually cause physical harm.
Oh, yeah.
So I by the time this high vibration people came to me, they already have physical ailments that caused by the demons. And it could be rheumatoid arthritis, it could be cancer, it could be neurological issues, it could be inability to growth, it could be autoimmune. And then it's crazy. I mean, even stroke. I
Right.
pull out demons out of people and they start able to move around.
Wow, that makes so much sense.
But
Oh my God.
it's not all like that, but it can be like that.
Well, actually, I talked about the appendix taken out, right? Ever since it's been out, and I look up the metaphysical meaning of it, which was, terrified of life, not letting go, and anger. And that was exactly what I was struggling with all along. But now, as soon as I get a little bit anger, I immediately feel it. And that's when I realized, oh my God, every disease is related to an emotion or a trauma or whatnot, every negative thing. But people do not realize. So, what we do, pop pills, try everything. But if the emotional part is not healed, you're actually completing that one puzzle that that I was just talking about this week on my own channel.
Well, that's why I'm saying, that's what I said about mental and emotional work is spiritual work.
It is.
So
Yes.
behavior, the way you conduct, the way you talk to yourself, right? That
Yeah,
matter more than getting into bliss or meditation.
exactly. Absolutely.
The
Actually,
way, the
that's
way,
that's what my guides told me. They stop saying this, this, and this, and they actually told me which words to use instead of the other words. I would say a lot of times, I don't know. No, the universe got your back. You do know. You just do not listen. And I was like, huh, yeah, that makes sense. And so it is indeed all the word, and this is why language obviously has been changed so that we using words that have not the real meaning to it. And in that way, they make us sick from all sides, right? And so this is such an important one, is words and language and the way we use it, but also thought.
emotional content and thought content,
Exactly.
not pretending, you know. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna cover a little bit about truth is light, okay?
Yes, please.
My spirituality teaching of 101 is to get over your damn self. Why is that important? Because you need to be in gratitude regardless of your perception of pain and suffering at this moment. Once you get over yourself, then you have gratitude regardless of your attachment to the pain and suffering, because pain and suffering is a perception at
Right.
this moment. Then
What's
you
in
have
it?
gratitude. As soon as you have gratitude, I could teach you some breathing technique, and you could just do my teaching of water salt gratitude. In that moment, you conduct the most life that you can, regardless of the situation that you're in, and regardless of the perception of pain and suffering that you're entertained, because pain and suffering serve its purpose. But one thing is
Right.
truthful: pain and suffering does not hold you. You're holding pain and suffering.
Yeah.
And if it's
It
continue repeating, evolve or repeat, that's your own doing. So
is.
every time the
One
lessons
soul.
repeat, it gets harder. And a lot of times it becomes a physical thing. So if
Oh
it's
yeah.
already a physical thing, so in my teaching, it's like spiritual realm dictate the energetic realm. The energetic realm dictate the physical. Okay? What govern your energetic realm are your thoughts and emotions. Your meridians, you could get thousands of acupuncture sessions, but if you're not maintaining your thoughts and emotion, it's your whole communication system in the body directly governs by, dictates by your thoughts and emotions. And I'm not saying negative thoughts and negative emotion is always bad. Just like pain and suffering, they serve its purpose. But one, they serve its purpose, and our access is too stubborn to accept truth as is. So learning ability is not that much important to me. The most important is acceptance ability. Your ability
Right.
to accept truth when it's actually against your dogmatic programming self.
Yeah. That makes
So when
sense.
you're able to accept truth as is and get over yourself, meaning your old programmings, your old dogmatic shit, and your old beliefs, in that moment you conduct the most light with
Wow.
gratitude. So you could feel grateful for all the stuff that you went through. Because in the end, if you transmuted all that, once you transmuted all your perception of pain and suffering, you are the walking medicine of that perception.
Right.
You actually conduct the medicine. So you are when the phrase saying that you are the medicine, it's not that. I put everything in application. In the East, we call it Kriya, but I Kriya. I made the most applicable spiritual teaching to become more applicable, because they don't really break it down in terms of alignment. If you really truly heal a thing, whatever, you would actually have the solution for that thing that you transmuted, but you
Right.
actually have to really transmute it. You have to evolve from that. Then you conduct the energy that is transmuted dark to light, transformation of negative energy to positive.
Wow.
So all my students have ability to reduce pain within seconds or minutes. In the beginning, that would use this crystal patches and carbon 60. But then after that, they could just do my spiritual alignment and water salt gratitude. The pain will get reduced or even gone. And
Wow.
that's
Yeah.
that's why I'm in the process of creating, soldiers, but like a whole bunch of soldiers of pain relief specialists. But it starts with healing yourself. So you understand about how. So it's like this. What I most seen in our patriots community that are spiritually aware, we all have good intention, but
Yeah.
they don't really actually do their own internal work to heal, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
They
when
listen
when
to
you're
others.
helping people, it's like
Yeah.
you becoming like a tuner, like a let's say if you have a piano, you need a tuner to make sure that the
Tuning
piano
fork.
is tuned. If
Yeah.
I used to do live gigs, when before you perform live, you got to make sure your instrument is tuned, and you got
Yes.
to make sure that your instrument is tuned with your bandmates.
Right.
So if you're going to use a tuner, make sure that it's with, on the same tuning. Now, my point is a lot of these people in our spiritual community, most actually, when they are healing people with broken ass tuner, because they never really tune themselves up. They're never truly aligned. They never really cleanse. They don't even do parasite cleanse
No,
regularly. So they
I've
actually
done that,
have.
but it's also because they're like finding outside of themselves the healer, but they're like, okay, I'm done. I'm healed. I feel good now. So I don't have to do anything.
No, I
But at
have
the
to
end of
heal
the
myself every day. I'm a master healer.
exactly, that's it. That's the point, But many people that I see, oh, I'm going to see a psychic. I'm going to see an acupuncturist. I'm going to see this, and that. But yes, that helps like for 5 minutes. If you don't do the work yourself on top of that, and I have to thank Elisa Herrera for helping me last in the night when I had anxiety, and she said something to me. She said, change that thought and give the gratitude. And I was like, and you know what, you're going to manifest today. You're going to say out loud this and this. And I said it out loud, and all of a sudden I felt this excitement, and I did it with gratitude. And I was like, oh my God, why couldn't I do that by myself? Well, because sometimes you need somebody to just tell you for a moment, right? But at the end of the day, we need to learn to do it ourselves. And that is like riding a bike when you're a child, the first few times you just fall. Yeah, and you're gonna hurt yourself. And then, but as long as you keep standing up until you get it, until you get it done yourself, instead of keep going to the same people to heal you, because your daddy is not going to push your bike your whole life around. At a certain point you need to know how to bike by yourself. And so this is kind of the same metaphoric thing, I would say.
Yeah, it's basically that, you are responsible for yourself first. So majority of my students, my clients are women, mothers, and when you do healing, you have to come first. Because
Yeah.
you could, even let's say of some mother that's so used of putting everyone else before themselves, you could only be as good as a mom is how much you heal yourself,
Right.
right?
Right.
So I'm gonna go to just straight to tools,
Yeah.
and God bless me with ability. I'm a master. When I say I'm a Kundalini master, if you're a true Kundalini master, you know how to transmit, and I'm a master transmitter, Shaktipat. But then I only not just transmit Shakti. My Shakti actually have very powerful things when it's toxic and dark. A lot of people have instant, exorcism, instant pain relief. And just a disclaimer, if you feel arousal is spiritual, because it's awakening your root all the way to your crown. Okay. Then what I have ability is to transmit compounds. So I have all these compounds that I'm going to transmit, and we're just going to get to it so people know what I'm doing with all my teachings and tools. I've been providing access to miracles and healing and self-healing practices complimentary.
Right.
You could find me on Rumble. So, but we're going to do it right now. And then before we start, I want you to do it with us, okay? So you could actually feel, write down of your baseline the way you feel at this moment. So let's say, Patricia, that you make like a baseline. How do you feel in this moment in the spirit? How do you feel mentally? Make a note. At this moment, everything's at this moment. How do you feel emotionally at this moment? How do you feel energetically? Sensations of energetic is like heat, cold, tingly, arousal, groundedness. Maybe you feel elated, light, heavy, prickly. Okay.
Pressure.
Then lastly, physical. Make a baseline. Physical. What do you feel physically? Is there any pain and discomfort? If there's any, okay, what type of perception of your pain and what level? Kind of make notes of that, because now I'm going to start transmitting different compounds. The only thing that I need you to actually able to receive is gratitude. It's just like the way I look at it, gratitude is like if we're playing volleyball, and if you want to actually, I set you up for a spike. So I toss the ball, so you need to jump to spike the ball. So that jumping mechanism is gratitude, because I'm sending something that's high vibration, that's full of light, for you to be able to catch it, to be able to receive it in its gratitude, the actual emotion of gratitude and gratefulness, not thinking. So the power is in the heart, the emotional content, not the mind. So I need you to take a deep breath from the nose, feel the gratitude, exhale slowly through the nose, feel the gratitude again, one more time. Now, this time as you exhale, you push your mind to the side and you tell your mind, I'm not going to need you at this moment. Your mind is not always your friend. Set it to the side. Exhale again. Amplify your field in your heart of gratitude and detach more from the mind. The mind is not always your friend. Feel more gratitude and push that gratitude. It's like an energetic field throughout your body. This alone, shifting and healing and transformation, is already happening. This is even before my transmission. This is just basic alignment. Now, if you have water, salt, it would be even more amplified. But right now, I'm just going to transmit the number one detoxer of the body, which is glutathione. So this actually will emit to you. It will transmit it to you. Your body will make the glutathione. It's a main detoxer. So anything that's toxic, it will get detox. Okay? So I just need you to be open. You could put your hands up, or you could just breathe. So when I exhale, I need you to inhale. Okay? Make sure that you are open, mental, spiritual, emotional, energetic, and physical. All right?
Right.
This is crystal patches from LifeWave that will trigger your own endogenous glutathione instantly. And I've done this remotely countless times. Okay? Gratitude. Okay, how was that?
It was really powerful, actually. I saw all colors coming by.
So that's how, that's what this is. So you could continue playing this, okay? But if you want to detox certain region, it needs to be bare skin, because your skin is receptors and the meridians are literally this below the skin. Now,
Right.
next, I'm going to actually transmit carbon 60. This is not regular carbon 60. This is design. It's like an architect. My friend is a scientist. And this is what I use the most to detox vaccine injuries and all kind of toxins, because it's designed by energetics. So this has like magnetism against heavy metals, viruses, funguses, spike proteins, and anything that is negative to us. It has a magnet, so it will actually kill them and help the body detox. So it's dual directional. So it's an oxidized version first, then it becomes antioxidant. Okay.
All
So,
right.
and this is actually orally and topically. Okay. So, okay, I'm just going to transmit it. You can put your hands up. Make sure you have gratitude. Okay. And this is straight from the bottle. What'd you feel?
I feel like I can set things on fire with my hands right now. I it instantly went in my hand and it went through my arms, whatever is not covered, and then with the bottle, I actually instantly felt it in the heart space.
There you go. So this is an activator. So when you ingest this or you put it on the skin, in that moment, it resets your mitochondria, so it will fire up. You could put this on your adrenals, it resets your adrenals. That's how you save the world. Just resetting adrenals, because that's where the fear stays, adrenals and kidney. Just by doing that, and then just practice this breathing, you reset energetically and you balance the hormones that fast. So we're going to
Wow.
do remote hormone balancing further, because what this was just a mild hormone balancing and detox. Okay.
Yes.
So this is a combination of crystal patches that I use. So this one, I really need you to put your hands up, because it has different polarity. So this, focus on this on your left, focus on this on your right. Okay.
Wait, left, right.
This is your left. Sorry. This is your right. Look at this. That's your
Right.
right hand. Look at this. Oh, sorry. Because I'm holding it reverse. Okay. This, focus on your left. Okay.
Left. Yes, that makes
Left hand, focus on this. Right hand, focus on this.
it's funny
Have
because
gratitude in your heart. Okay.
yeah.
Sending love. How was that?
It's incredible. Actually, this hand started hurting a lot, only on this side. And this one, at first I didn't feel anything. And then I thought about the left, right. As soon as I actually focused on it, it immediately started emitting light. And I felt it. And it was, again, the pushing fire out,
Mm-hmm.
right? And this one actually started hurting, but then still went inside in the middle and then went through my arm.
Yeah. So this is how much we already did many miracles remotely in minutes and seconds. So we're providing this. Now imagine if you have this physically. Now, the next one, I'm going to emit and transmit. This is a carbon 60 aerosolizer. I call it C60 vape, but it's actually not a vape. It's an aerosolizer. This is the number one thing that we use to heal all the COVID before, all the lung issues, and the long haulers and vaccine injuries. Because a lot of these vaccine injuries are clots in the lungs and micro clots in the brain, and you be walking around like a time bomb.
Right.
So this gets to that very, very fast. Okay? So just put your hands up again with gratitude. I'm going to inhale. As I exhale, you inhale, and I'm going to transmit. Ready?
Okay.
All right.
Wow. I physically felt the smoke over my body.
Yeah.
I physically felt it. And then the hands, again, the tingling, it's so strong. I mean, I'm almost like, I'm going to move that thing right there just with my energy. And that's kind of how strong energy is coming out of my hands
So
right.
let me explain the mechanical stuff, okay?
Right.
So I heal healers. I heal master healers. So in my transmission, they conduct more light of their own light. Imagine if like I'm just like a jumper,
Right.
but then these are just like jumpers. So this is not like this or that. No, you're making more light right now. So there is no other more powerful healing tools that I know of rather than these. I do these even remotely. So you're detoxing intracellularly
Yeah.
instantly. Now you're making glutathione already. Now if you get more amino acid, more protein, you continue will make it. How long they're gonna your body will make it? I don't know. It depends on what's God's willing, right? But at least if someone having panic attacks and anxiety attacks or whatever, but just watching this, you could once it's uploaded, you could just share this.
Yes.
So
Because it works for everybody. It's not
it works
just
for
for me.
everybody. It doesn't matter. It wouldn't work for me. When I feel like, man, I need a little boost, I just play my own video and the whole gratitude, because what's flowing through me is not just me.
You're right.
What flowing through me is what I allow to the Most High, to the source, that, hey, we're here to transmute darkness to light. We're here to transform negative energy to positive and focus on spiritual awakening. And then, so the intention is for you to have more of your own spiritual abilities. And so
Right.
you could do more spiritual work on your own first before we start healing others. Now you could feel that you're charged, correct?
I can feel it. It's like literally, it's so charged. Actually,
Exactly.
I can actually, I know that there's part of my body, for example, I can actually heal it with my own
There
hands.
you go. Now you're making more light, your light.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
my
I can
light
also
is
transmit
is
it
is
outside.
involved in activating, because it's kundalini in terms of awakening and activation. It's an activator type of thing. It's very fire. It's a fire element.
Right. And interestingly, because it does happen automatically when I am in contact with animals, then automatically it starts burning. It's almost like automatic, just like you said, your automatic kundalini. That's with my hands without any animals because they're sleeping somewhere. But usually, when I do around, there's lots of animal abuse over here. Instantly, it start coming out. and instantly I help. And because, and I feel called to it. I don't even have to think about it. It just goes automatically. And I can instantly feel where their pain is if they have pain. Or I can instantly feel their emotions. And it's also painful because, you're confronted with a lot of horrific things over here. But at the same time, what can you do? The most you can do is be part of that healing. And more than that you can't do. And so I've been doing this ever since I've been here. And I just healed a cat this week, like in 24 hours from parasite. I was locked up in a hot room because the man said, well, um, he can't be with other cats and this and that. And I was like, no. And I used my tools, but it was frequency, sounds, etc. And I use a Rive machine, but I also use my own
Yeah.
tools.
Well,
And the
that's
cat, the
yeah.
cat instantly turned around, came to me, sat on my lap, and actually started purring. And I saw her fur change right in front of my eyes. And I said, she's ready to get out of there. And she could join all the other cats, that big house. And then in the evening, I was going to leave, and none of the cats had been close to me at all. And I was sitting there, and then that specific cat came on my lap and just bumped his head against mine and then started purring, giving me a big kiss, right, like that. And then his wife actually died 1.5 years ago, and it was her favorite cat. And I heard his voice. Thank you so much for helping me, my Mimi, because she's my favorite. And Mimi sat there with me until I left, and it was beautiful. But so what I do then with animals is what you do with your tools and human beings. And I think eventually we're all here on this planet for our
Oh
own.
yeah, but I heal lots of animals too, because most animals that's dying because they absorb the bad energy from their owners.
Yeah. Yes,
So
especially dogs.
for
Es-
me to save a lot of animals, I have to actually heal the owners. And the one that's not willing to apply my teaching, they continue getting cats and they die. Dogs die. It's so sad, you know,
yeah. Well,
because these animals absorb their bad shit.
cats tend to actually that it are because that's why the cats was like spiritual level than a dog is more like a server for the human. So what it does, it takes on all the emotions from their human. And so, like, saying, I'm here for you, so I take it on. What a cat does is it actually, when you're sick, you will always find your cat coming right there. And I had cats my whole life, and they always come when I have a pain somewhere, and they start purring because their purring is a frequency in itself. So,
Oh yeah.
but and they have different purrs. I actually have a whole playlist with purrs because I love it so much, but also because it is a frequency. And so at the end of the day, we all have our own skills, but it's very important for everybody to know what are your skills, and also know that just for me what he did, it's for you too. So apply
For
it.
every oh, even animals too. So you could just, you know.
Yeah, actually, this is a question I was going to ask about the patches. Is that, can you use that for animals as well,
Yes.
directly on them?
Yeah.
Oh,
Even race horses, you know, especially the race horses that's old, you know, I feel bad. They're like used and abused.
I know.
Yeah, we have stem cell activation to reverse the aging, which is very powerful. I use that after we detox the vaccines and the spike proteins is important because if your body don't repair properly, the DNA coding is all messed up from even from transmission from the vaccines. A lot of DNA damage. I had one of my students die just being transmitted spike proteins from his kids. And I was
Wow.
trying to explain to her she was stage 4 cancer and she was doing amazing. Lost 50 pounds. I mean, she was in the best health. And then she, her son and a girlfriend moved in, both triple or quadruple jab. And I said, no, I forbid you to do that. No, but I'm a mom. And I'm like, you have no, like, don't you know what the spike protein does? It will actually make a person without cancer will have turbo cancer. And she died within a few weeks. I mean, with all my healing, I'm still a bit, brokenhearted, but it is what it is. And this is why when it comes to like real healing, even when you're a mother, especially when the whole lesson for you to have cancer or this and that, a lot of mothers is actually the lesson is actually you're not putting yourself first.
Yeah.
So as soon as that you're willing and commit of the realizations, because all my teachings and all these miracles, it's not the point. It is for you to get organic realizations. And is that the point? No. It's actually for you to continue accepting truth as is, to apply the realization and maintain that. That's what transformation is. Because just because you receive massive blessings and miracles, people don't know when you receive blessings, you are responsible to be grateful, and you're responsible to apply that gratitude.
Exactly.
That's why I'm always asking you, have a grateful heart. Then after I healed many people, I said, I need you to maintain that gratitude for, even though that was a week, you still have to continue maintaining that gratitude. So the expression of the no limit for you to heal from that is continue on.
Right. Yeah, it's like a domino. Not like a domino. Yeah, maybe like a domino effect, like a pay it forward type of thing, right? Because when you get it within you and you keep that gratitude, you can give it over to others. So my question is, do animals get affected by the spike protein as well?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Some
I
died.
mean,
Some died
actually,
if like, because they,
and they are
this is,
vaccinated. Oh,
people forget this was derived from animals. So yes, it will affect, because these are one thing, because I think we're almost up in time.
yeah,
I need to get this clear. Spike proteins are energetic. They were designed in a negative, the demonic spiritual way and energetically. So you could get it even through your electronics. Okay. So people need to have energetic tools, because these are tools that will increase light. You experience it. So when you increase light like that, that's how you spike protein is should be detox, not just taking stuff. Then after that, then you could take supplements and do parasite cleanse. But you need to increase light,
right.
number one, because the spike proteins are energetic. Okay, that's why the
Wow.
transmission is real. That's why what makes them worse, what make the body actually respond really bad with spike proteins are negative thoughts and emotion. It's like 5G. Your negative thoughts and emotion, when they have a lot of spike protein, that would multiply it crazy. And then you will feel physical damage in seconds or minutes. I could start hacking. A group of kids just passed me by vaccinated. I would like start hacking. Like
Right.
they're just passing me by.
Right. But
But
this is also why you keep hearing, get into nature, connect with nature, ground, because at the end of the day, nature can transmute that. Mother Earth transmute things. And I think this is the reason why we hear it so much lately. Like, get into nature, connect yourself again. And I actually did the test that is now going viral, or was going viral on TikTok, or how the tree is responding when you ask them to touch you. And you just stand there a little bit from the tree away. And I swear, every morning I look out of the window, I greet my tree that is right at my window. And every single time it goes like that. There's no wind, no nothing, every single time. And, so and I see animals evolving incredibly. So I do believe nature is helping us as well, transmuting all that
yeah, but the
toxic.
work the work needs to be done by you.
The
They
work
might
needs to
help,
be done.
but you
Yeah,
need to do the work. You have
yeah,
to make sure you have minerals. You have to make sure the gratitude is in you. And you have to make sure you have gratitude for the trees. When you
yes,
when you communicate with the trees, say thank you that you are breathing their byproducts, and they would say, "Thank you, I'm breathing your byproducts."
Right.
You
Right.
know,
That's actually
so
beautiful.
and that's
Yeah.
the main thing. And again, uh, you have all my information. But if you want to check out my testimonial album, is on Facebook. They're more there because you could see the videos and stuff like that on Facebook. And then
I will
please,
actually post the link of your Facebook too because I didn't have it. I couldn't find it.
I'll
Um,
send it to you. Yeah.
yes, so I will put that in the description as well as the Instagram is already in the description, and so I can also put directly your link for your the patches, uh, so that it's directly linked towards you.
Yeah.
Uh,
So sorry not to cut you up. We're
no, go
almost done
ahead.
here. The way I utilize these patches is to the level that nobody can do, because I customize it to make sure that you conduct coherent light, to make sure that you have biocoherence, and optimize it not just with spiritual work and minerals and raw materials. So this is only one piece of the puzzle. People that sell this, it's like, well, this is all and be all. There's no such thing as all and be all,
Right,
because you're the main tool. Everything else is just part of your domain tool,
right.
but if you feel changes from the transmission, please share this, because we could that's what that's my thing every day.
Yes,
Access to miracles, instant healing, and self-healing. And I've been providing that. It is here. So if you want to get the tools are cool, but at the same time, initially you could just get it. As long you get over yourself, have gratitude, stop feeding the monkey mind, and you will receive the blessings. It's that simple. It's not
right.
complicated. It's not easy. It's up to you if you could just
Oh no,
get over yourself
why it's
and just
called
let
work.
go.
That's why it's called work. But yeah, this is what we're here for, right? We have to do the work, and just like we have to have discernment and everything else, like we learned everything else in life, this is now the moment to learn all these things. We're going to have a part two as well, probably, because there's so much else to share. I just have 1 hour for recording, and we're going to get you back next time. So I will have all the links in the description as well, from Alexia and Ricky Leaks, so you can find some of his videos as well that he did with them on their channel. So you can find that. And is there anything that you want to close off with?
The main thing for us to do spiritual work is for us to evolve. I'm going to just repeat that, okay? Evolve or repeat. But then if we continue repeating, we need to have better discernment. All the transmission and all the healing tools is for you. So you are the discernment tool. If you don't have biocoherence, if you don't do parasite cleanse, if you don't know how to cleanse your energy field, ground it, and purify it, if you're not purifying your sexual energies, it's the same thing. It's like you're trying to tune a guitar with a broken tuner. So we are dynamic light beings. So be a better tuner by healing yourself, by doing all the stuff that I teach, or similar, whatever that resonate with you, but you actually have to do it. So
Right.
then we could actually help others. Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing that I want to also talk about next time is the sexual um, uh,
Transmutation.
yeah, transmutation, which is yeah, which is so big actually, and nobody realizes how toxic it can be. So very, very, very important, and it's not a coincidence. I've been like for the past week, I had conversations with people randomly about this stuff. So it's time to talk about this because
Oh yeah.
I'm very open. I'm Dutch. We don't hide anything what we say, and but it shouldn't be a taboo because it's so essential to our health. So that's what I was going to say about that because we need this consciousness about the sexual energy as well. It's yeah. I
Yeah.
really want
So
to do a whole show about that.
yeah, my sexual transmutation is I created for my own self, because I had sexual traumas. I was trafficked, and I'm so grateful to be here still. So there's nobody in this dimension that have pure sexual energies because we came from different lineages. So your sexual energies are attached to so many different things. So purification of that, it is purifying the core of your light. Your sexual energies is the core of your light. So when you're
Absolutely.
purifying your sexual energies, you're purifying the core of your light.
Yeah, I definitely want to talk about that more in depth because it's so essential for people that are not aware of this. Um, and, and some more other things that we're going to do. But for now, I thank you so much. And for the healing, for everybody. And thank you, everybody, for being here. Tonight, this will actually air. We're in the afternoon. It's a pre recording, but I will be there in the chat. So thank you so much, Jeff, for being here, and gratitude for my
Thank you.
part.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everybody. Peace out.